Hello and welcome again to our YouTube channel. Hey, we probably all know this situation. You get a new manager or new colleague, team member, and you experience the guy as a total non-fit for you. The person just behaves in a way you don't like and you're having problems to accept the person. But at the same time, you have to accept that you can get rid of him or her. So you whether will be able to deal with the person and to accept him or her, or you step out and look for a new job. But leaving should be the ultima ratio, right? Before that, you should try to accept the person and the behavior as a base to be able to treat him or her with an acceptable level of respect and appreciation necessary to work together. My name is Ernst Hübner, and today I want to talk about techniques helping you to respect and deal with difficult people in an easier way. I will do this with the help of a real case. The whole process consists of 3 main steps. First, putting the solution in focus. Second, working on the solution. And third, deriving measures to make it work. In my day-to-day work as coach, this is a very common issue. What can you do? In coaching, we are having a concept based on the theory that all human beings only do things which make sense for them or from their perspectives or points of view. Means there must be a reason in the person, system, environment triggering this behavior. Let's go into my case when I speak about from which you can learn to go through the exercise yourself for your specific case. Try to use this process for your individual case. It was in Switzerland a while ago. A lady started a new job in a new environment. Everything looked great for her, perfect. She liked the task, she liked the company and its culture. But her manager turned out to be an absolute control freak. In the beginning, she thought it's because she's new and it will change. But she had to realize that he acted in the same way to all colleagues working for him, even since years. Her main frustration was that all communication from her team to anybody outside of the team has to go through the manager, even if he didn't add anything to it. And she had a daily meeting with him in which he wanted to know all the details about what she's doing. This was totally frustrating for her. She was not used to that and didn't find a way to deal with it mentally. She tried to talk with him, of course, but he was not even understanding her problem. Didn't see any reason to change. This finally was the reason why she asked me as a coach for help. So here is what we did together, the process we went through. I will explain it step by step so that you will be able to duplicate it for your case. So together we first defined her goal, and she defined her goal in this way. I will get used to his style and will accept that I cannot change him. But also I will gain his trust to create more freedom to act for me. This was her goal. The challenge was now to find out what the right steps will be to achieve that and to focus on possible solutions. So we needed to get her focus away from the problem towards the possible solutions. So step 1 always is putting solutions in focus. How did we do that? I asked her to find exactly which behaviors of him she hated. And she described these behaviors in detail. So it's things like hierarchical thinking, flow of information through hierarchy, old army style. He doesn't do anything himself. I have to send everything to him exactly in the format, otherwise he is confused. Indirect nature of his inefficient way of delegation. But I also asked her to list all the features and characters of him she liked. And he said, oh, he's a nice guy. Means he opens up when I speak to him about non-work related things. He values his family. He's unsecure in his work. So next I asked her to define the characteristics and behaviors somebody would need to have to be able to accept him as he is. She said, oh, he must be submissive, just do what he says without questioning, willing just to do stuff, relaxed without emotions, thick skin. And finally I asked her to define behaviors she will be able to adapt easier, like thick skin, willingness to deliver. This is what she names. Yeah, I can adapt to that. But although those she will not be able to adapt at all because it's a no-go for her. And one thing is showing a submissive behavior. So let's quickly summarize what happened so far. We exactly defined the issue, the behavior. But although it's never everything bad, there's some behavior she even likes, which will help her. Finally, we defined what are negotiable behaviors from her side and what is non-negotiable for her. So we set the scene. Then we started working on finding the solution. So step 2 is solution work. For that, I asked her to put herself into her manager, slip into his person, become him as far as she can. Means create a clear and deep inside picture of him. Consider his background, his history, everything she knew about him. Remember what he told her, things like that. Slip into the background of him as it was hers. Slip into the person's character, personality. Include the whole system, environment in which both of you are acting. Be your manager and experience virtually his individual situation. With you, with his boss, with his colleagues, with his tasks and burden, etc. Assume his gestures, facial expressions, body language, way of speaking. Assume everything as far as ever possible. Assume his way of seeing things. Then, when she was really in the new person, I asked her the first question. Is I ask you now, in your new identity, which sense does it make that you behave how you do? Why do you need to have everything under control? Please consider in your answer whole system, environment you are in. The second question I asked her was, what do you now, being your boss, need to be able to behave in a different way? I don't want to talk about her answers here in detail. The questions and the process to follow are the important parts. These questions you need to ask yourself when doing this exercise. Finally, we got to the third part of the process, deriving measures to make it work. So I asked her to slip out of the person again. To make it easier for her to get back in her own personality body and out of her manager's personality, I asked her to stand up and strip the other personality out. It's a really important exercise if you want to switch or move from one personality to the other and change your perspective. Strip the old person out. Other option is shake it out. You can shake it as well in this way. By the way, I learned this summer that shaking in general is an excellent way to get rid of bad thoughts and emotions you gain during the day. Yeah? So in the evening, just put a nice music on, a music which is relaxing on you, not too loud, and start shaking. Shake yourself, let your thoughts flow, whatever is coming up, everything is nice, whatever is coming up. Don't try to control, but try to shake then out all negative thoughts. If you do this 10 minutes a day, you will feel energized after that, you will relaxed. It's just a great exercise I do every now and then as well when I have a stressful day. Just try it out. Back to our case. I waited until she was completely back into herself again. Then I asked her the following questions. What have you taken back from your trip into this other person? Any insights, findings about the why he is behaving as he does? In a nutshell, her answer was, that she realized and started to understand that her boss has also a manager asking him details about what is happening in his team all the time. He continuously feels the pressure to know everything, to be prepared at any time, etc. I don't want to go into details here as well. So I asked her about the measures she wants to take out of these learnings. What will you do now when meeting your boss the next time to ensure you feel better? And how would your boss react? What do you think? She told me that she will now, with the findings out of the process, try to anticipate his needs to feel comfortable with his boss. She will try to deliver these in a way which will make the life easier for him. This will step by step grow his confidence and trust into her, and finally lead into a situation that will be enough for him to be informed by her about what she's doing instead of reading himself and everything and asking for all details. And she was very motivated to do that. She accepted this as a challenge for her. Let's have a quick look back on the results. So some weeks later, she reported back to me that her plan was working. Her manager appreciates what she did for him, and her relationship improved, as well as the trust into each other and the respect for each other. So she's still there, satisfied with her job, has a relatively good relationship with her manager. And remember, sometime before, she was very frustrated and close to leave the company. So let's do a quick summary of the process I explained today. First, always put the solution into focus. Therefore, name your problem you have with another person as exactly as possible. But also consider positive aspects of this person. Be very clear about what you are able to change or adapt in your behavior, what is not negotiable. Then slip into the person you want to understand better and change your perspective. See things from the perspective of the other person. Understand the whys behind the person's behavior. From those findings, derive actions for you that makes life easier for this person and that allow the person to change. Of course, this is not an easy exercise when doing it on your own, but for sure it will help you to gain some insights. And insights that will help you to a better relationship. If the relationship is more complex and deeper, you may need a coach helping you. Sometimes you only need one session with a coach to define your goals and the steps and plan first steps and you need to achieve them. If you need help, please contact us. We are a team of experienced coaches who are looking forward to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and to click the like button. We also are looking forward to your comments on our videos. Our feedback will be considered and make us better in the future. Many thanks.